Hello friends and welcome back for another episode of the Terraria 1.2 Let's Play. This is episode 64 and today we're going to be doing something perhaps a little bit different and perhaps a little bit extraneous or over the top, but I think it's kind of worth doing and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I was meandering about in the jungle world as I was sort of replenishing my chlorophyte supply because I needed to, refuel for my gun essentially. And it sort of crossed my mind, like, what are we doing next? Like, what's the big plan? What's the big picture? And I thought one of the things I should do is probably try farming Plantera a little bit, because I wanted to see exactly how difficult that was going to turn out to be, and apparently actually not so difficult anymore. So I decided today's episode is going to be a vulgar display of power to follow along in that Plantera theme, if you follow my drift. So if I open up my inventory here, you can see I have a mechanical worm, a mechanical eye, and a mechanical skull, followed by lizard power cells and a pumpkin moon medallion. In fact, 3 of those and 4 of these. And you'll also notice that the temple altar is now positioned right here under our little humble arena. So my goal is, as soon as this sun sets, we are going to start fighting all the hard mode bosses, well, minus Plantera, because in this case, kind of a little difficult to go after. And we're going to basically spend all night fighting bosses, and then hopefully in the morning we're going to fight more bosses, and then after the sun goes down again we're going to fight more bosses. So I just want to see non-stop how many things I can take on without getting killed. And I feel like I have a pretty good chance at most of the regular hard mode bosses. It's just when we get to the Pumpkin Moon. And by the way, I have figured out how that all works now. And my condolences for the commenters for the last 2 episodes. I should have really looked it up by the second one. I don't know why I didn't. But anyway, I did now. And I'll start explaining that in just a moment here. I just want to get my inventory prepped. Mechanical Worm is really going to be basically not even a thing. We're just going to summon him and then beat him down with a Furious Golden Shower, as I seem to do. I've been told the Heat Ray is excellent for that boss. Didn't really have a lot of great luck with that. I tried it out myself one time just to see what happens, and, didn't quite do it the way I was expecting. The DPS seems better with the Golden Shower, from my experience anyway. So are we at night? Yeah, we're at night. Alright, so let the festivities begin. I'm just going to put back my mythical Inferno Fork. You might also notice I have a Golem Fist, because I've already tried fighting the Golem a few times. Really not too bad. Honestly, I can kind of blaze right through the Golem. It's not a huge deal. So I'm wearing my Spectre gear right now, just because I'm nigh invincible when that seems to be the case. So, I mean, no, that's not true at all. But with these bosses, it certainly helps, and I don't feel particularly endangered. So as it turns out, the thing that I was misunderstanding about the Pumpkin Moon is that essentially it is supposed to be a gauntlet that lasts up to the 15th wave, and each time we get past another wave, the Pumpkin has a higher chance to drop stuff. So there's a chance he could drop stuff at any point. He usually doesn't, though, and I just didn't get lucky on that. So what I needed to do was just kind of stick with things and also be aware that the Morning Woods, as well as some of the other characters, are also going to drop things as well. So, maybe we'll try that again. We'll see how this whole thing goes. I don't know where the ore or the drops went from the destroyer there, but I'm just going to move on. Yeah, I didn't get them, right? No, I didn't. I'm curious, though. They're probably in the ground somewhere, which is why, another reason I have these little pits, so I can check that information out. But I don't see it, and you'd think it would be in one of these couple of locations, or it would just be sitting on the ground. It's not down here. Nope, not down here. Where else is there, even? Could it have been really far over to the right? I know I'm kind of wasting time here, but I think I'm actually going to have extra time, as kind of cocky as that is to say. I feel like I'm going to be fine on that. Nothing over here to the right. Maybe it was, like, way over. Not really. Do I want to dig down here just to double check? I kind of want the free hallowed bars, just considering I got them, and I want to see if he dropped anything. I mean, I understand now that the souls float, but, like, the bars... Oh, there they are. They're, like, way under, aren't they? Alright, fair enough. Might as well get them, We went through the trouble of creating one of these items to summon the boss. It would be a little dumb not to, in my opinion, anyway. So there are our hallowed bars, and what else did we get? Anything? Not really? Yeah, he doesn't really have drops, does he? He's just kind of like, hey, here's some bars and stuff. I just very narrowly missed getting hit by that dart. So let's summon our second boss, which is going to be the twins. A boss that certainly gave me a little bit of difficulty in the past, and we're going to try the magnet sphere as our primary weapon, and we're going to be doing a lot of flying. The main combination that seems to serve me very well is the combination of using this and the magnet sphere together. They do a lot of damage, and they really seem to burn through everything. We can even get the Angry Nimbus involved as an extra sort of debuff, as well as using the Furious Golden Shower. Now, we are going to burn through MP, which is what we have to keep in mind the whole time, and really through all of these fights. But if something goes seriously poorly, I can just switch over to my Ranger gear. I've got that stuff as well. We are actually out of MP, and I didn't bring any MP potions with me, so I guess we are going to be doing that. Oh, well, there's some. I don't need a lot. I mean, I just need a little bit to keep things going. This particular boss, though, doesn't seem to bring a lot of other NPCs or other, you know, characters with it that I can try to use to bolster my MP count. I think we're just going to use our other stuff here, and I think in this case, pretty good idea to probably just switch over to our Chlorified Armor for the extra bonus in defense, and then we're not going to need the Sorcerer Emblem. We're going to want the Ranger Emblem for the extra long ranger damage, and also to make sure I don't use up as much ammo as I could. Now, at this point in the fight, it's really more about just, like, don't stand in the fire, which is, like, kind of obvious, but, you know, you get caught up fighting these dudes, you kind of forget. Because there's so much going on at the same time. You gotta watch out for them charging you, shooting lasers, shooting fire, like, all of that stuff adding up. But it's certainly not quite the same challenge that it was only recently. Alright, you wanna go? Are we... Yikes. This is getting close all of a sudden. There's one, and there's two. Alright, twins were actually pretty close. And let's grab the souls of sight. And a little bit more healing. And my MP is already full again, so I think we will switch back one more time. And then we're going to do the Skeletron Prime fight. Trying to do these in relatively quick succession because, you know, night is now half over. Not that I think this is going to take the longest time, but... There we are. So here is Skeletron in all of his glory, as usual. Hoping this is going to be a reasonable fight to do. I'm not sure I've tried him with MP primarily in the past. I think he's more been about me shooting him with stuff. You know, primarily that gun that you've seen me use. Seems to be the way that I can kind of abuse most of these characters. And I may end up going back to that, actually, if this doesn't prove to be the best use of my time. I can't really get a good bead on where everybody's health bars are at, and I don't feel like I'm doing enough damage for this to really work out, so maybe I am actually going to switch back again. You know, I stick with what works. And once we have a strategy that's pretty much down each time, I'm just going to try and stick to that. And let's begin shooting him. I did get the debuff on there real quick. Got plenty of ammo. We should have no problem sticking to this strategy if we need to through other bosses. The Golem is not going to be really too concerning for us. In fact, I'm not even sure that we're really going to be in much danger when we're fighting that dude, unless I do something really dumb, which is always possible. I have gotten a few other drops also from Plantera, which I should definitely show you, but those are all back at home, so I'm going to have to do that the next time that makes sense. I didn't get every drop, of course. There is still the axe that I'm still sort of waiting to get, and I just stopped finding bulbs after a while and just didn't really want to hang out in the jungle anymore. And if you've ever gotten that feeling where you're like, I just really don't want to be in this particular place, so we'll just move along. But I've been really impressed with you guys. Like, it seems like everybody's really loving the Terraria LP lately. More love than ever, I think, on any other Let's Play that I've ever done, so I'm really grateful for that, and it's quite surreal, actually, seeing something sort of taking off a little bit, because it's not really a thing that I've had a lot of experience happening on this channel. A lot of things have been sort of little creeps, slowly and surely getting better, but this one seems like it's actually ramping up a little bit, so I just wanted to thank you guys for that, and it's a little bit awesome and humbling, like I said. So, Alright, so there's all 3 of the hard mode bosses down. We've got all the souls from those. 28, 38, and 38 respectively. Got several clocks which we can sell. And we don't have enough time left, and 90 hallowed bars, which is pretty good. And also... oh, lots of greater healing potions. I like that quite a bit. So I think it's about to be day, right? Where's the... oh, I guess it's too cloudy. I can't even see where the moon is. Is that... I think that might just be the music changing right now to becoming day. So, if so, could not have asked for any better timing. Not like it even matters, actually. I don't think the Golem cares at all if it's day or night, but for some reason I was feeling like it would matter. Then we're going to end up with extra time at the end. Mummy Pants. Seems like a good Twitter handle. @MummyPants. Alright, so let us begin summoning with Lizard Power Cells then, and we'll see how this goes. Not sure if I even had to put those on there. I might not have had to. So right at first, he's just kind of like, oh, I'm stuck in a platform. I'm a big dummy. I don't really care about anything. And then eventually he's like, okay, I get it. So there's all this rain everywhere, as you've noticed, but the rain doesn't seem to bother this guy. It's just when I put the rain down. You know, I've got these 2 rain clouds, and they actually really stack quite a bit of damage, so kind of happy to have those along for the ride. And also, I just realized, I'm a big dummy, and I forgot to switch back my armor, which is why I'm already out of MP. That's alright, though. It was a little bit down here. I'll just take some stupid damage by walking through one of my own traps. But we can re-heal, so no big deal. The hands on this Golem seem to die really quickly, I've noticed. And I haven't really been too worried, because he's never gotten many hits in on me. The only challenges I really am after here are just to try and make sure I don't run out of mana. And I think that's going alright. You know, it's gone better, but it's going alright. And phase 1 of him is probably about to be done. He's in super red on his torso, and both hands are now deleted. So now I just got to keep nuking him down, a little bit at a time. Goes by pretty fast, actually. And we'll just see if there's any other drops, because I may have gotten them all already, but I'm not really 100% sure on that. And there he goes. So there's a Golem down. We got the Stinger that time, as well as, I guess, some more greater healing potions, surprisingly enough. I didn't actually think he dropped those, so that's interesting to find. And then we'll just do another one. Yeah, I don't even have to switch to that item. Neat. Oh, there's an Angry Nimbus here. I wonder if we can kill him with his own kind. Angry Nimbus, meet Angry Nimbi. This one didn't actually seem to get stuck in the platform, so I guess that's good for him. Starting to figure this all out now. No secondary Nimbus Rod on that one. Not that I was really expecting it, but didn't happen. So you're probably wondering at what point I'm going to do the Frost Moon. It's probably really soon. It might even be next episode. I'm really still considering what my other options are here, if there are other things that are worth doing before I get involved with that. I mean, yeah, I do want to get all the drops from the Pumpkin Moon, but it's such a grindy event, and I also might need help. So I don't know how to really work that out, because they expect you to go through 15 waves of that freaking thing. And you saw me, I got to like, what, 8 or 9 at best? So I've got a ways to go, and I'm not really sure how to make that substantial of a difference to really be able to last that much longer. Because that's also the only way that you can guarantee the ability to get the trophy at the end, which is, you know, another item I want to collect. So I got another Golem Fist. This is a strong one. Right, so that's got better knockback on it. I guess I could try using that at some point, too. Put it in place of the torches and have a full toolbar of almost all weapons. Actually, yeah, all of these can be used as a weapon. That's pretty impressive. I like it. So that's 2 golems down, 2 to go. It's barely even light out so far, so that's pretty cool. Let's get the rain going. And let's try punching him a little bit and see how that works. Oh, it actually, does it clip right through him? And I can't really tell how this does damage. Oh no, it actually comes back each time you get a hit in. Alright, so that's like kind of iffy, I suppose. I probably won't end up using that. Okay, let's get the debuff on him. I really wasn't using that at all. It's really amazing to consider how far this character has come from, like, the beginning when I was just having trouble fighting some of the easy bosses and stuff, and, well, not that I had a ton of trouble, but it's like there were certain ones when I feel like I faltered a little bit. And now that I've got a strategy down, it's like really beat into these guys. You really just exploit the crap out of them, and they don't really have much of a chance at all. I mean, I'm going to be able to, like, I could have easily killed probably 10 golems in one single day, and I don't even think they have any more drops for me necessarily, but that's what I'm testing now anyway. He's almost dead already. There he goes. Oh, another heat ray. See if this one, it's a strong heat ray. That gives a plus to knockback. Alright. I'll take it. And then we'll do... Oh, let's grab all of our stuff first. Holy crap, forgot about all the traps. I got kind of in my head there. Yeah, let's not do that, actually. And let's get some hearts. As well as this. And one more time. One more time. I got a copyright claim just now. It sucks. Anyway, get the rain back in. And repeat the process once more. As you can see, there's really not much of any danger to fighting these bosses. They kind of feel like the way that more obnoxious mobs feel in an MMO after you've kind of beaten them enough times that you just sort of get how they work. And you just have to be a certain way, like have a certain mindset when you're fighting them. Plus, just this combination of, like, all these things that I'm dealing damage with at the same time. Like, I don't even know too many things that could get around that. Except for, you know, the pumpkin, I guess. There's no MP around, is there? Oh, there's some. Let's go grab that. Yum. Alright. Is the... Oh, the clouds are actually still going. They freaking stay up for, like, probably a minute. It feels like a pretty long time when they show up. So... glad to add that to my repertoire. I think there's also, like, if I wanted to add the poison staff, too, I could probably also stack that damage on top of it. So then what would I have, like, 4 active damage sources all happening at the same time? Now, just for my own personal enjoyment, I guess we'll just shoot him for a while. Golem has been defeated. Anything new today? Golem fists again. Okay, well, I didn't have any golem fists right before this episode, and now I think I have 3. So, sweet. More gifts for BizSnap, perhaps. Let's clean all the sand off of here. And I don't know what time it is at all. I can't really tell because it's super cloudy and dreary and rainy. And I can't use the pumpkin moon until it is actually night. So right now we're kind of stuck to just wait through the rest of the day. What if can I fly over the clouds and get a look at what time it is? No, evidently not. Alright, so I guess we'll just make a cut then, and I will come back and do the final part of this episode where we attempt the Pumpkin Moon one more time to see if we can maybe get a drop or 2 from it. If I am particularly lucky, that might feed me into wanting to do this another time, but probably on the next episode. Like, I don't know to what degree you guys want me to do grinding stuff. I know that you've been very vocal in saying that some of you would like me to show everything that I do. And what I've been trying to do then is I've actually been streaming a little bit of this stuff as well, which I think has worked out alright. I've posted one of the 2, or actually now there's going to be 3 chunks. One of them is up, and then the other 2 are still to come, and I'm trying to post them in sequential order so they stay aligned with the series, so that we get a little bit of the best of both worlds, so the people who don't want to watch this, you know, the grindy content, and just skip right by it. There's also been times like with the Chlorophyte and the Fighting Plantera that I said I started out with. That was just my own personal, you know, introspection time. I just put on a podcast and just sit there and look for Chlorophyte and fight Plantera a bunch of times. Just sort of mapped myself through more of the dungeon, or the jungle rather, not the dungeon. Actually, I ended up making an entire another path. Like, I ended up over here somehow, and then I just like, alright, let's just cut a whole line straight through here. Those bulbs are real strange. They seem to just show up sometimes, like, in places you already are. Which made me a little to feel slightly tempted, like maybe I wanted to just jump over there and just try fighting it one more time. But, you know, I also don't really want to look around in the jungle for another minute or 2. You want to get right to the good stuff. And trust me, it wasn't even a problem anymore. It was kind of like fighting the Golem, actually. I just dealt him with the same 2 or 3 debuff-ish kind of attacks that were all doing damage over time, and he just sort of went down, and that was that. It really wasn't too big of a, you know, an event anymore, which is strange because I was so, like, worried when I fought it the first time. Anyway, I said I was going to put a cut in here, so why don't we do that, and I will catch you in a few minutes when it is night, and we will try the Pumpkin Moon. Oh, and by the way, they made them stack now, which makes me really happy, because, yeah, I had to keep these all separate. They don't let the winter, you know, snowman attack things, snow globes stack, though, unfortunately, which makes me a little bit sad, but anyway, I'll see you in a minute. Alright, folks, we're back, and it is just about to be night. It looks like the zombies should be coming out any moment now, so I've got my pumpkin thingamajig ready to go. I gotta get rid of these freaking antlion things, because I keep forgetting how annoying they are, because they keep putting freaking sand blocks on top of this and stopping people from getting through there, which is, you know, pretty inconvenient for me. Alright, so it's time. Let's get this show on the road here. Time is definitely a factor. So wave 1, scarecrows, again, let's do this. I also brought the stinger with me. You'll notice I have a bunch of ammo for that. And I think I also forgot to change back my medallions for like half the fights on the other thing, but you know, I lived, so it's all good. Let's just keep flying about, making sure we nuke everybody down with explosions. Looking good so far. Keeping my MP up. They're all standing in the traps, which is just the way I want it. Perfect. Let's get rid of these guys, too. I don't know how close I should stay to my house. I feel like sometimes I'm causing this to all take longer because I keep straying looking for more of them. But by the same token, I just want to get the ones that I know are there versus, like, I don't know. It depends where they spawn, I guess, right? So, like, wherever I'm standing is where they're going to keep showing up. So I should just ignore the ones that I know are there and keep standing by the pit, because that's where I want them to accumulate, because then it's super easy to just nuke them down, plus I can just drop in and grab the MP out, too. Also, I should have the storm clouds going right over these, just for the little bit of extra damage that'll do. I'm looking forward to trying out the stinger a bit. I think it's probably going to be a little bit of a help. The thing seems to be rather explosive, and that's pretty much all I could ask for. Perfect. I certainly don't need any more spooky wood. I think we're definitely good on that for a long, long time. But still, you know, I'll pick it up. I'm sure there's someone else who could use it, perhaps. Bit of a miss there a couple of times in a row. Alright, they are showing up in the pit again. Excellent. And there we go. That's the end of that round. And now the dogs are going to show up. Go grab some more hearts. I just want to make sure I try to stay as topped off as possible. The nice thing about fighting all of those bosses is, like, I'm super good for health potions now. I've got, like, probably over 100 of them, which is a real good thing for me, because I go through them pretty quickly, sometimes even when I'm not doing anything important. So the more the merrier on that. I feel like I'm kind of not keeping the intensity up with this round as much as I should be. Doesn't help, though, when some of these dudes get in spots where I don't intend them to be very much. Stick together! I was thinking about just making this whole thing into a series of pits. Just like the big pits, like the ones that you see over here, or the one that you see over here. And then maybe I could just keep visiting, like, 1, 2, 3, and just keep nuking each pit down. Which might make the whole thing go by a lot faster. But then again, you know, it's only half of it is about the speed. The other half is about doing enough damage, and just staying alive also is kind of important. So I found out about like half the good items drop from the morning wood dudes, so even if we don't have much luck or success with fighting the pumpkin, there is still a chance that we could get something fairly decent from one of the many of those that we have to take on. Also, why are they not showing up? Oh, there he is. Spewing out his Greek fire or whatever it is. Let's just shoot him up with some of these stinger bolts. I want to see what that's going to do for it. Oh, it does a lot of damage. Look at that go. Because it spreads out, I guess. Oh, yeah, that's kind of like eating through his health, isn't it? I haven't been using my magnet sphere much either. Which is kind of bad. Oh, God, I just freaking died. I was, like, not paying attention to my health at all there for a minute. Got too carried away with my morning wood. Okay, let's respawn. Let's keep the momentum up. I know there's not really... Oh, god damn it. How in the hell did he shoot fire at that angle? It was going perfectly horizontal, and I'm gonna respawn right in the way again. Okay, heal. I didn't do that before, I don't think. And he should be, like, on the verge of death anyway, though. Alright, there's that. That was certainly not the way you want things to go. But I will be switching over to Ranger gear soon, and then we're going to just hope for the best. Okay, we got Poltergeist on the scene. As well as this dude again. Let's get our rain clouds going another time. And let's just drop a bunch of these stinger bolts in. Feels like they do some good damage. The only thing is, like, I shouldn't be wasting... since I'm not using my Ranger charm, I feel like I could be doing a lot more damage, and I'm also not getting the heals, because that's kind of the big thing about using the Spectre armor. You gotta use magic, or you're not really getting the most out of it. So I should be trying to keep to that. But we all make mistakes, right? I get carried away, and there's like a lot of crap going on at the same time, as I'm sure you've noticed. Alright, this is a good spot. I like the synergy that's happening here. Everybody seems to be kind of sticking to the spot with the traps and everything. Alright. Oh, now we've got a couple of these guys going at once. I gotta not stand in their flames. It's really important that I not stand in their flames. But they need to stand in my flames. This is a perpetual cycle of who's standing in whose flames, and also my MP's about to run out, which is very bad, and I'm just walking through everything. Any MP hanging out down here? Not really. Oh, hello. Oh, geez, you didn't need to come all the way over here, though. Alright, stinger missiles at you. Bolts, whatever. I don't know what time it is. I can't see the moon from here. This is just my kind of standby. Oh, he died. Okay, I'm curious to see if he dropped anything, but I'm guessing probably not. The chances of these things happening are pretty low, it seems. Like, that's kind of the whole rationale behind why there's 15 waves. They want you to keep at this as long as you can. The Pumpkin is about to show up, and there he is. So let's, oh my god, I freaking missed hitting escape like 3 times in a row. I really like having a pause button, though. I think that's a really nice thing. Alright, let's put that on. We've got our Ranger emblem, and we'll switch over to Chlorophyte armor. And then we're just going to blast off at the speed of light into the sky and hope that he does not stick on top of me with where his positioning of his hands is. Here we go. Alright, brilliant. That went fairly well. Let's start shooting at him. As you know from last time, this seems like a fairly reliable tactic. The fact that... Oh my god, don't do that. He freaking course corrects so quickly. That's the biggest problem for me. But the fact that these shots home in on him, it seems like my best chance. I just wish I could do some more damage. That's the only other thing. Oh, look at all that health. I really need to get in there. I'm not getting in there. I'm gonna die. Heal? Oh, I gotta heal off. I can't die, though, because then he's gonna despawn. Okay, there we go. We managed to pull that off. I gotta curse something. What did that say? Curse sapling. Oh, so I got the pet out of that. That's pretty sweet. That's one of the rare ones as well. Not necessarily the one I would have wanted. I'm really shooting for, there's a sword that I kind of want, and I'm hoping maybe he'll drop it for me. It actually comes from the Pumpkin, even though it's, like the Headless Horseman's sword, so you would think that it wouldn't, because there's actually one of the rare spawns called the Headless Horseman, but no, he doesn't have it. Alright, so I don't think we got any drops again from him. So far, we're, what is it, 0 for 3 or 4? I forget how many we've killed. I think it's 3 now. Pumpkins, and none of them have given me anything. Because they are huge jerk balls. Now, the Stinger, as much as I do enjoy it, I can't see that I'm going to get a lot of shots on him. Oh, actually, maybe I can. So he's fairly predictable. He'll follow you in a bit of a line as long as you're running right in line with him. And that is not bad. I think I just knocked off, like, 5,000 of his health. You just keep trailing him back and forth. Oh, yeah, this is actually working pretty well. Just, don't click off the monitor. That's my only, my only thing I'm worried about right now. The ammo is no issue. This stuff is pretty cheap. There we go. We actually killed him again. Alright. But I still have to make it through this whole wave. Oh, we've got a Headless Horseman as well. Ooh, should be much easier to actually take out using this weapon, I have a feeling. is this... Okay, what's it going to take for this wave to be over? I think I need to get this guy out of here. Certainly we're doing pretty well, despite that very awkward and awful start that we had. Let's get a magnet sphere in. Oh, there's another pumpkin on the scene. Heal up. I guess we'll deal with the Headless Horseman later. Not really worried about it. The only one that seems to despawn is just him, so... The more I can get this guy out, the higher my chances of actually getting an item. And, oh, did he already despawn? Yeah, looks like it. So he basically just phases through the ground. Apparently if you, like, chase after him properly, maybe you could track him through the ground for a moment or two, but it's kind of whatever. Alright, let's not just, like, die, though, on the way out. Where's the horseman at? Is he fall in the pit, or is maybe he just despawned as well? I thought he didn't do that, but he's not here. Right? I don't think he's here. Oh, we got an angry Nimbus. Oh, I got another Nimbus rod. I basically just ran into him as well. What did I just hear? Oh, it's probably a mummy falling in the pit. Yep. I got a spiked fast clock. I've been getting freaking clock drops like mad. There were like these 2 or 3 fairies just hanging out outside my house. I just happened to just, you know, shoot a little bit of golden shower at them, and I think I got 2 clock drops. So I don't understand what that's about. So here's our cursed sapling. He's kind of adorable. He could be my buddy if he didn't just fall in that pit and then despawn or something. Oh, he flies around like a big crazy dude. What are you doing? Get over here. You want to hang out? Yeah, you're nice. Alright, thanks for coming along in this little journey, everybody. This is going to be the end of today's episode, but I am well equipped now, and I feel like I have a decent shot at perhaps doing a bit more grinding on the pumpkin. I'm still undecided about if I want to do another episode running through that a couple more times. It's kind of annoying, to be perfectly honest, doing this many times in one episode, and I think it's probably not the most compelling thing to watch either. Also, why am I crunching on this dude every single time I spawn him? So I think this might be better suited for a stream or something. Maybe I could fight the pumpkin like 3 or 4 times on that. Or more than 4, because honestly it doesn't take all that long, aside from the middle of the day happening each time and having to wait through another day. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Of course, I am about 3 episodes ahead of you guys, but I am still trying to take into consideration pretty much everything that's going on, and do my best to deliver as much entertaining content for you guys as I can. And I really do thank you very, very much for all the positive reception and all the wonderful love and, you know, lovely comments that I've been seeing. There's a few of you out there that seem to comment a whole bunch, and I value that. And anybody that has felt apprehensive about commenting, you know, don't worry about it. You don't have to comment, of course, but we seem to have a very nice crowd, and everybody seems very, you know, gentle to each other. It's not one of those typical YouTube scenes where everybody's, like, regularly on each other's case all the time. So I value that as well. So thank you, everybody, again, and I will see you real soon with another episode. So I hope you come back for it. Take care, everybody. Have a good night.